Hey everyone, John Griffin here. Gonna talk a little bit about Nibiru. I had taken about a week or so to review several hours worth of footage. Recently, the Ecumenical Order of Christ put an article out on Before It's News website, and naturally, from research perspective, I wanted to go and verify this for myself. So that's exactly what I did, and I want to show you guys what the results were, what I had found after going through all of this, and it's quite impressive. So take a look. Okay, so this is where where they got the footage from. This is the title of the camera up here, and so basically, just to show you how this works, play on it or press play, and as you can see, currently this is the actual live feed. It's currently nighttime here, and when you go down here, you can go back to several dates and go back to particular times. So you know, I could go to 12 o'clock on April 15th, and basically, actually, there we go. So hit approximately 12:23 or so on April 15th. Hard to get an accurate time, as you can see. You get a really small window, so you can actually go here and get a more accurate time. So that's how it works. And if you remember, basically we had the alleged sighting of Nibiru up here, and you'd have the sun rising over here. So let's go back to some of those dates and take a look at it. Okay, so it's currently 6:07 on April 2nd, and unfortunately, the further you go back, it only really allows you to go at 78 times or higher. So it doesn't give me much of an option there other than to speed it up. So we'll take a look at it real quick. Alright, now you got the sun rising, and there's the alleged notorious Nibiru. Alright, I do apologize for that last clip. The camera, for whatever, the footage for whatever reason, skipped about an hour. So I'm going to kind of reset it here. I'm going to bring us back to about 6:25, and I want you to take a look at what occurs here. So, okay, 6:27. So here we go. Now, watch carefully what happens here. Okay, up, 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 gone. Still a little red reflection there. Okay, so I reset it. We're still on April 2nd, and right now in this footage is 6:35. So stopped it right here for a second. Now, first thing that we can notice here is that we do have a reflection from this particular object. In addition, we also have the glare from the sun here. Typically, lens flare would have a far different impact than what we're seeing here. So now, unfortunately, what I was trying to get here was people's reactions, if people were stopping and looking, and unfortunately, because it's at 78 times, I pretty much can only pause it and try to see if people are glancing, and there are several people that do stop. You'll have to go and take a look at it yourself, but it's hard to tell what they're doing due to the distance that this camera is from the people. So now, other thing that I'm looking at is where it is and how fast this is actually moving. Now, one of the things that we focus on in paranormal investigating is that we try to have cameras focused on many different, or given different angles so that we can confirm what we're seeing, such as, confirming that this is not lens flare. Thankfully, we searched through all these different cameras for here, and there's actually a camera that faces directly out there. Now the camera is different as it can move back and forth. Sometimes it's stationary, but it's focused more out here. So if it were lens flare, it would have to appear in a different location and at a different time, different angle, and such. So naturally, what we did was we compared times, compared the location of the alleged Nibiru to determine if it was lens flare, as it should appear in a different location. And here's what we found. Okay, so here's the one camera we were originally using, and here's the other camera. Same location, same general area, however, different camera placement, different angle. Okay, so here's the angle that we have for this for April 2nd on this secondary camera. Here we have it at 624. Thankfully, it's going at 39 times as opposed to our 78, and this is what it looks like. So now we don't really have much of the sun in this. And it still basically does the exact same thing, and it's going to do its whole little disappearing act up here. So I did a screen capture of both cameras. Now take a look. You've got the farther one here. Take a look at the position of the object. Now here's the second one. Take a look once again. The cloud formations, the land masses. Now I blew up the first picture. Take a look there. Once again, cloud formation, the position with the landmass. Okay. Now, here is the second picture again, so that you can compare. These pictures, the time frame that I stopped them at, are literally milliseconds apart. So one last thing to show you real quick. First off, we're literally going through a lot, taking a lot of snapshots, reviewing. I mean, we're going to be going through at least a month's worth of these. And there's actually one that I would like to point out in particular at this point, which is going to be this one right here. So what I want to show here is that we have the sun rising here, less clouds here, more cloudy over here, and we noticed on this day in particular that we only get this little speck of light that pops through the clouds, and then as the sun rises, and as you've seen how this object moves, the light disappears behind the clouds, even though the sun continues to be visible, indicating that it was not any form of reflection off of any of the camera lenses, creating any form of lens flare. So that was telling us that there is, in fact, an object that was being covered by the clouds themselves. We will have further update. As you can see, we are very busy on looking all this over. We have 2 cameras to view and about 4 weeks worth of alleged Nibiru footage, but thus far we can't say it's lens flare. We really can't at this point. You may also have questions in regards to the disappearing act, so to speak. That is actually scientifically possible for something like that to occur. And we'll have another video or two in regards to Nibiru, and including those particular explanations for that, in addition to several of the natural disasters that have occurred during this particular time frame, the Torah code, or codes that went along with this particular time frame, indicating the arrival of Nibiru and the threat that was due to follow. Talk to you guys soon.